What's going on, everyone? We're going to take a look at Tesla today. So Tesla provided a little bit of an opportunity in the morning, bouncing off that 20 SMA on the 5-minute time frame early this morning, and then when it kind of recaptured yesterday's closing high of that 209 and a quarter, 209 and a half area. Now we did have Tesla kind of run up in the after hours in the pre-mark session all the way up to around 214. That acted as a little bit of resistance in the middle half of the day. Now I did trade Tesla in honestly kind of irritated me, right? So I traded some options in the morning time, did fairly well with those options, kind of banked in some profits, and then I went over to my prop firm where I trade shares and equities and kind of started to look at Tesla, right? So I knew we had that 214, 215 area. If we could break that, I seen a lot of heavy call buying coming in yesterday. For 225, 230, that's the price target that, you know, a lot of the big time options players kind of have set forth on Tesla. And, you know, if you kind of think about where we came from and what we've actually been doing the last few days on Tesla, yesterday was a phenomenal day, pretty much not even a downtick. Tesla, Nvidia, not even a downtick. Other names really didn't do anything. And then today was kind of like a natural rest day for the stock, right? So kind of irritating to day traders, because if you kind of look at the chart here, look at all of this sideways bar coding action here between that 211, 210 area, just back and forth chop over under this 20 SMA. This is when I was actually trying to get in here to the play here, thinking that we were going to break down and kind of retest these lows. Never got it. Try to get back in long, never got it. So towards the end of the day, I kind of just got out of the trade and kind of waited for some of these bigger levels to kind of confirm. So the trade that I did catch on Tesla was all this barcode action. I took the low here at around 211.25, and I waited for that level to break. When this level broke, I went ahead and got short, and we did have a nice 10-minute flush here. Went from a price of 211.25 down to a price of 209.67. You know, didn't trade too much on that, only had 2 lot sizes on that, so made a couple $100 on that trade. And then when we kind of started to really wick back up here, and I noticed we didn't lose the previous low here of around 208.61, kind of negating that we were going to go back down to this 206. As soon as I seen it start to wick up here and we formed this green candle, I just waited for this following green candle to kind of take out this consolidation here. I set this as my stop loss of 209.67 and just kind of set and forget. Currently in this trade, swinging overnight, so we're going to have to see how that does. But that's the level that I'm looking at here. And if I pull up the daily chart here, and let's kind of look at this daily chart. We did close on a little bit of a hammer candle, okay? The last day was phenomenal, right? The day before that, we kind of came back down and back tested the 10-day moving average. If you put that up on your chart, you'll see the 10 SMA kind of back tested. We did come on a 3-day kind of back test, which is healthy for the stock, and now we're on a 2-day push higher, okay? So besides today's intraday price action, which was a little choppy, we did finish the day strong, and we finished on a hammer candle, and we finished at these highs here from the 9th of February. So if we can kind of get above the next price target that I'm looking at for Tesla on my overnight swing trade is going to be around 218. Anything over 218 and a half, 220 has room to 224, 225. And again, like I said, those option players are coming in for those 230 calls, but not really going to shoot for the 230s, not even going to really expect the 225s. I'll look for something in between 218, 219, 220 if I get it. Again, if I don't get it, that's okay. I do have a stop loss set in on this trade currently, so I'm going to kind of hold true to that. If I look at the 4-hour time frame and kind of see exactly what we're doing here, coming back here to last Thursday where we kind of put in that top and then we rolled over. So when we rolled over, we realistically consolidated for 3 days. And it wasn't until yesterday when we broke out of this 2.5-day consolidation, including the after hours and the pre-market session. So yesterday's 4-hour candle close here at around 6 a.m. This first 4-hour candle that we had to start the morning over that 204 was a long position. Obviously, this is a huge stop loss. If you go to the bottom wick of this candle, which is 189, you would have had to have used something a little bit smaller on a smaller time frame. If you guys want to understand where to exactly set stop losses and stuff, depending on your risk size, join Evolution Traders and I'll help you guys out over there. But if we can kind of look here today, In that after hour session yesterday, we kind of pushed higher, then we pulled back, and then in the pre-market we kind of pushed higher, testing this area here going back to last Thursday, and then we pulled back, right? And when we pulled back, I thought, okay, you know, it's just going to form a nice double top. We're really not going to get it. We'll probably end up pulling back down into the 20 here, somewhere around 200 to 210, somewhere in that price range, right? So if we kind of look at what's going on the weekly time frame, which is going to give us a better macro overview, you can see last week we put in this inverse hammer candle, which normally is pretty bearish in signaling a change in short-term trend, right? So if we confirm this price, which we actually did this week, we should have been looking at a price target of around 176 backtest on this declining 20 SMA. We never really got it. That CPI kind of really helped us up. And this is a nice green candle here that we're kind of forming. So again, we do have 2 days left of the week. This could completely pull back. I could see us pulling back maybe into 207, 210. But as of right now, for tomorrow, we are set up perfectly for another breakout. And if we get that breakout, I would expect a pullback either Friday or next week, okay? If we don't get the breakout tomorrow, we kind of put it in an inside bar day tomorrow again, then I would expect it for Friday to happen. But if we lose the previous day's low, then I would be expecting us to come back down. But as of right now, this is setting up perfectly here for a breakout tomorrow. Make sure you guys mark this on your charts here. Again, that breakout spot is going to be today's highs, which is going to be that 214.5. Now, currently in the after hour session, we're trading at around 215. Anything can happen. We do have 15-minute rising support here sitting at around 213. So I think that as long as Tesla can kind of hold this 213 area in the after hours in the pre-market session, we could be looking at the 216 after hours break. And that 216 after hours break would take us to 218, 220, somewhere in that zone. That's the trade I'm looking for. That's the trade I'm hoping for. I hope I just get something nice and easy where we have a nice gap up into 218, 219, and I can just sell out on the open. That would be fantastic. But again, you know, we can only hope, and normally when we hope for something to happen in the stock market, it completely does the opposite. So we're gonna have to see here, but that's what I got for you guys on Tesla. Again, keep it on your watch. Take today's highs, closing price, take the after hours highs, and then kind of look for Tesla to kind of consolidate and break through those levels off the open tomorrow. And if they can do that, make sure to take that long, lock in profits along the way. Again, I'm always going to tell you guys to lock in profits. Now, I'm not saying let the stock go up 10, 20 cents, especially if you're trading options, and then lock in the profits and it goes for another $3. Try to just continue moving up that stop loss. Or if you're going to play a mental stop loss, move it up. Move it up, put your stop loss in profit, move it up, move it up, move it up, stop loss and profit, and then kind of stop out once we lose a lower support level. Hope this video helps you guys. If you guys do want to learn how to trade options or shares, maybe you guys want to trade shares and you guys don't have the money. Maybe you guys would love to trade options, but you guys don't have money. Get funded by a prop firm. If you guys want to trade futures, look in the link below. But I'm also working with another firm here that's going to allow us to use prop firm cash up to $1 million. Again, would not recommend anyone just starting out to get $1 million under management, but maybe 25, 50, 100, 150,000, 200,000 might be good enough for you to start off managing small portfolio, a small account. If you want to trade stocks like Tesla or Amazon or Apple or Nvidia, and you don't have the funds to trade 100, 200, 300 shares, get funded. Let me know down in the comment section if this is something that you're interested in with. I don't really put it out there that much. It's just a firm that I work with, but I can go ahead and bring in other people who are interested in trying to get funded in actually trade equities and trade shares. With that being said, I will see you guys all tomorrow. For those of you guys who do decide to sign up for Evolution Traders and go through the training and get the courses and join the community, I'll see you guys on the inside. To everyone else, I'll see you guys all back on YouTube.